Hello student, in today's introductory session of biology, we will going to discuss biological classification. When we talk about biological classification, we need to have some historical background. How this system of classification actually evolved and which is the one among them is used right now or in present days. First we focus on the taxonomic systems of classifications. There are three main taxonomic system of classification, that is artificial system of classification, natural system of classification and phylogenetic system of classification. When we first focus on artificial system of classification, this system is based on only few observable characters. This system don't have the evolutionary base to categorize the organisms. Artificial system of classification is not that much convenient. Henceforth, the next system of classification employed by taxonomists is the natural system of classification. Natural system of classification is based on almost all the features of the organisms and it is more descriptive and convenient as compared to the artificial method of classification. And the third and latest system of classification in taxonomy is the phylogenetic system of classification. Phylogenetic system of classification is the only system of classification in which the organism's origin, common ancestry is taken into consideration and then only the organisms are categorized into the specific category. That means there are three main system of taxonomies classification is present or developed. Among them, first we focus on artificial system of classification. Artificial system of classification has a different subtypes. The earliest one and the first worldwide accepted system of classification is a good example of artificial system of classification is the Aristotle's method of classification. Second example of artificial system of classification is the two-kingdom system of classification put forth by Carl Linnaeus, observing the few characters of the organisms. When we focus on the natural method of classification, their examples are three-kingdom system of classification, those put forth by Ernest Haeckel, four-kingdom system of classification, those put forth by Copeland, five-kingdom system of classification, those put forth by R.H. Whitaker, and six-kingdom system of classification, those put forth by Carl Woese. When we focus on the phylogenetic system of classification, Engler's and Prandtl's system of classification is a good example of this phylogenetic system of classifications. Those we discuss here or summarize here, we will discuss in detail in the next slide. First we focus on artificial system of classification. In this system, only few observable characters of any organisms are studied and then categorize the organism into the particular groups. It don't have any evolutionary base while categorizing the organisms. These systems take into consideration just the habit of the organism, habitat of the organism, shape or size of the organisms. Even though these organisms don't have affinities with each other, then also just because of shape and sizes, they are categorized into single category. Examples, those we are mentioned earlier, the Aristotle system of classification and Linnaeus two-kingdom system of classifications are the systems, those based on very few observable characters and categorize the organisms. Among them, first we focus on the Aristotle system of classification. Aristotle is a Greek philosopher. Aristotle, for the first time, categorized all the living organisms just by observing whether they are autotrophic or heterotrophic into two categories. Those organisms able to synthesize their food, they categorize into plant, and those are unable to synthesize their food, depends on plant, they are called as animals. Plants, he further categorized into three groups as a small sized herbs, moderate size shrub, and bigger size as a trees. He also tried to classify the animals into two groups on the basis of color of the blood they have. Animals with red blood, animals without red blood color. He also categorized animals on the basis of their mode of movement or locomotion as walking animals, flying animals, swimming animals. This system of classification is the first and earliest system of classification and used in 16th century. The second example of artificial system of classification, that is two kingdom system of classification. This two kingdom system of classification is put forth by Carl Linnaeus in his book Systema Naturae. Carl Linnaeus got the credit of employment of the category kingdom. He categorized all the plants into kingdom Plantae and all the animals into kingdom Animalia. He categorized all unicellular and multicellular but autotrophic organisms into kingdom Plantae and all unicellular or multicellular heterotrophic organisms into kingdom Animalia. This system has a lot of disadvantages or demerits. That means this system is unable to distinguish the unicellular from multicellular or eukaryotic organism from prokaryotic organism or photosynthetic organism or non-photosynthetic organisms. The next example, again based on the few observable characters or the part of artificial system of classification, is the three kingdom system of classification. Those are put forth by Ernest Haeckel. Ernest Haeckel suggested the third kingdom into the two categories or two kingdoms, those are earlier described by the Carl Linnaeus. That third kingdom is the protist. In that third kingdom, he add all the unicellular organisms as a protist. So in this manner, all living photosynthetic multicellular are categorized into kingdom Plantae. All livings multicellular but heterotrophic and locomotory organisms are categorized into kingdom Animalia. And those are unicellular, whether they are autotrophic or heterotrophic. But just because of their single cell body or unicellular, Ernest Haeckel categorized them into the protist. So in this manner, Aristotle's method of classification, two kingdom system of classification of Carl Linnaeus, three kingdom system of classification of Ernest Haeckel are the three examples of artificial system of classification in which all the livings are categorized just by observing few characters without evolutionary base. So as this system has only few characters, take into consideration, it has a lot of disadvantages along with their some advantages. These advantages are, they cannot group all the plants in a perfect group, little predictive values, then just very few interesting characters are taken into consideration, cannot describe the evolution or how the organisms are evolved. Those are exist today. So in this manner, this system is not popularized and discarded. The next method of classification in taxonomy is the natural system of classification. Natural system of classification is more popular, complex and convenient as compared to the artificial method of classification, because in natural system of classification almost all the features of the organisms are taken into consideration. Natural system of classification has all the basics categories except they never considered the origin of any organism to classify the organisms. Some examples of natural system of classifications are four kingdom system of classification put forth by Copeland, five kingdom system of classification put forth by R.H. Whitaker, six kingdom classification put forth by Carl House. Even though the six kingdom classifications was also present, but we always follows the five kingdom system of classification. Why is it so? We will discuss in the next slide whenever we are going to discuss about the five kingdom. As we discussed earlier, natural system of classification is more descriptive as compared to artificial system of classification. I would like to discuss with example. For example, when we focus on kingdom Plantae, further classified by Bentham and Hooker by considering the number of features like whether the plant bears flowers, fruit, seeds or not into two sub-kingdoms, that is cryptogamy and phanerogamy. Cryptogamia include thallophyte, bryophyte and pteridophytes. Those all are non-flower, fruit and seed-bearing plants. Whereas phanerogams are the sub-kingdom in which all the plant bears flowers and seeds. Phanerogams further classify into two divisions, gymnospermy and angiospermy. In gymnospermy, all the plant those bears show flowers, not fruits, but the naked seed-bearing plants. It means the seed coat and fruit wall are fused together. So, the fruit is invisible, the seeds are visible and grown on the plant. Such a naked seed-bearing plant he categorized into division gymnospermy. Those seeds enclosed inside the fruit, such a flower, fruit and seed-bearing plant and seeds enclosed in the fruit, such a plants categorized into division angiospermy. Angiospermy is further divides into two classes, that is monocotyledony and dicotyledony. Monocotyledony with single cotyledon seeds and dicotyledony means the plant those bears a fruit inside them the seeds with two cotyledons. He classify further dicotyledony or monocotyledony into number of series, classes, orders, etc. So in this manner, the more descriptive and detailed classification is present in different subtypes of natural method of classification. The next example of natural method of classification, that is the four kingdom system of classification. This four kingdom system of classification given by Copeland. Copeland suggested the fourth kingdom, that is Monera. Monerans means all the unicellular prokaryotic organisms he categorized into Monera. He distinguished the unicellular eukaryote from unicellular prokaryote and he placed all that unicellular prokaryotes into Monera, unicellular eukaryote into protist, photosynthetic into plantae and heterotrophs into animals. Even though this is the descriptive system of classification but couldn't place the fungi, henceforth this system is discarded. And the next example of natural system of classification, those are worldwide popular and even today utilizes for the classification of the plant or the animals, that is five kingdom system of classification. This five kingdom system of classification put forth by R.H. Whitaker. In this classification, all unicellular prokaryotic belongs to the Monera. Monerans are unicellular prokaryotic organisms, whether they are autotrophic or phototropic. Second kingdom is the Protista. Protista belongs the number of unicellular but all eukaryotic organisms. This Protista having the unicellular organisms, those are the connecting link between all of the rest kingdoms. That is, protist, some are plant-like, some are animal-like, some are fungi-like. Next kingdom he put forth, that is kingdom fungi. All unicellular or multicellular, but those are saprophytic, he categorized into fungi. Then those are multicellular, eukaryotic, photosynthetic, he categorized into plantae, and those are multicellular, eukaryotic and heterotrophic, locomotory, he categorized into animalia. So in this manner, more descriptive system of classification. Another example of natural system of classification, that is the five kingdom of system of classification put forth by R.H. Whitaker. In five kingdom system of classification, Moneras are further subcategorized into two as Archaebacterias and Eubacterians. Eubacterians are the prokaryotic cell wall with peptidoglycan. Even though they are unicellular, some of them are autotrophic, some of them are heterotrophic. Examples, Streptococcus, Escherichia coli. Another group of Moneras are the Archaebacterias. Archaebacterias are prokaryotic cell wall without peptidoglycan, unicellular, autotrophic or heterotrophic. Examples are Methanogenous, Haplophiles are the examples. Next kingdom is the Protista. Protista includes all unicellular eukaryotic organisms. This unicellular eukaryotic organism, whether they are autotrophic or heterotrophic, belongs to Protista. Protists are actually the connecting link between all rest of the kingdoms because some protists are plant-like, for example, Euglena. Some protists are animal-like, for example, Amoeba, Paramecium. Some protist follows the features of fungi like slime mold. Henceforth, the animals or the unicellulars, those belongs to the protist, they are unicellular, eukaryotic, and becomes a connecting link between rest of the kingdom. Next we focus on fungi. Fungi are either unicellular or multicellular, but they are eukaryotic. Their cell wall is made up of chitin. Fungi are saprophytic, mode of nutrition. They are heterotrophs. Examples: mushrooms, yeast. Next one is the kingdom Plantae. All are multicellular, eukaryotic, photosynthetic. Cell wall is made up of cellulose and peptidoglycan. They are examples: thallophytes or algae, bryophyte or mosses, fern or pteridophytes, all flowering plant like gymnosperm, angiosperm. And the fifth and final kingdom, those put forth by R.H. Whitaker, is the kingdom Animalia, in which all are multicellular, eukaryotic organisms, heterotrophic, and ability to locomote from one place to another place. Example: sponges, worms, insects, fishes, all mammals. In this manner, natural system of classification is a more descriptive